it's Barbara, your menopause drama mama, and guess what I'm going to talk about today? Facial aging and what is going on after we hit those perimenopause into menopause into postmenopause years. Well, number one, it's estrogen. That loss of estrogen has really put a whole tailspin in our body, and it has created a huge domino effect on breaking down all the different things that our body needed to thrive before. I want to show you this quick diagram on how estrogen is dropping, and it shows this is premenopause, and we're doing it at 100%. Well, after we slide into our perimenopause, it is decreasing, and it is decreasing at the end of perimenopause by, I believe it was 10%. But when we hit that menopause year, it's declined by 50%. Post-menopause, we have lost 90% of the estrogen that our body was creating. And now we're in this panic mode in the body. It doesn't know what to do. So here we go. It is all showing up in our face because number one, we no longer have that hyaluronic protection going on. Our body was creating that for us, and we don't. So now our face and skin is not holding on to the hydration. And hydration will plump our skin. That's what that hyaluronic acid was doing for us. Next, we are losing that subcutaneous fat that was right underneath our skin. Well, that's out the door after we started losing estrogen. Our bone density, that is decreasing now that we have lost the estrogen. So our bones are no longer producing the osteoblasts, which was building up our bones, and the osteoclasts break down the bone. Well, it is breaking down more than it can build up. So now we're having the bone density loss going on, which is shifting our faces down. And our skin is now falling. So that is creating the nasolabial folds and the jowling and, you know, the 11s, and your wrinkles are coming through. And another one after the bone density, that is muscle atrophy. Well, we're losing muscle now too, thanks to the loss of estrogen. And so with the muscle atrophy, it's sinking. So we're getting the hollow. And now because the muscle was pushing out that face, with the subcutaneous fat and our collagen and that hydration, we were getting that perfect glowing face. Well, without the estrogen, it can no longer feed these things that we had before that were helping keeping us young looking. Well, another one is sun damage now, because the skin is getting so thin that we have a bigger sensitivity to the sun. So it's causing like the pigmentation, your brown spots, and the wrinkles. So that's, I guess, a reason why, you really kind of push the whole sunscreen the older you get. And I mean younger, but whoever listened to when we were growing up that you needed sunscreen, because that really wasn't much pushed on us. I like to use the mineral sunscreen only because it's more of the natural minerals, and I prefer that than a chemical sunscreen, but that's up to you. It's okay, whatever you want to use. Another one is oxidative stress. that leads to all the cellular aging going on in our skin. Sleep disturbances. We need the sleep in order for us to let our bodies heal when we're sleeping. So when you're waking up, you're disrupting that whole perfect system that used to go on. So that's why I always was stressing before that you should take that magnesium glycinate. Get yourself a good night's sleep so that way your body has a chance to start rejuvenating and repairing while we sleep. And that goes the same with our face. Another one is chronic stress. You know, and people say, well, cut the stress out of your life. Well, how do you do that when your whole body is going through this panic and flight mode? It doesn't know what to do. It's now living without this estrogen that kept us thriving. And they say, well, get that stress out. Well, kind of hard to tell the body, quit doing that shit, you know. It can't. It's trying to figure out what's going on now that your ovaries aren't producing that estrogen for you. So I find it hard to cut the chronic stress out of your life when your body's literally in that flight and fright stage. Another one is poor nutrition and hydration. I know it's hard to keep up with trying to drink water because if you're like me, I have to go to the bathroom 20 times before I leave the house. Else by the time I get to the grocery store, I'm like trying to dash right away to the bathroom. So, you know, it's hard to try and drink a lot of water without having to pee all the time. And poor nutrition, you know, you're losing antioxidants, you're not getting the healthy fats, you're not eating as much protein. So it's having a hard time for your skin to repair itself. And so it's losing all the elasticity and causing the more wrinkles and deep wrinkles. Now, for me, I only been on literally the HRT for like 2 years. And the first part was the wrong kind of dosage. Before that, I was just on the entire wrong oral estrogen and medproxyprogesterone. So, like, only within the last 2 years have I been on the estradiol, which is a bioidentical patch, and the micronized progesterone. So for me right now, my body's trying to gain back the last 8, 9, 10 years of being without and losing all that estrogen every year. So in the past decade of me researching, I've looked up things like what to do naturally. And so that's going to be what I'm going to plan on doing my videos next for you in this coming week. And it's going to be on like certain supplements that you can take, and perhaps how to get better sleep, and also some facial exercising and different tools that I use for my face at home. And you won't need to, I mean, if you don't have these certain tools, I'll show you how you just do them with your hands and how you can remove the excess fluid that builds up in your face, and perhaps the toxins that build up in your face, there's certain movements that you can do and flush it down and out into the lymph nodes so it can clear out of your body. And those videos are going to be coming up this week also for you. So stay tuned and make sure you watch them. I want to mention, always remember, right below my video, it'll say more. Click that more, and then there'll come up that description box. In that description box, I will always put more detail, links that you can go to so you can read more about what I'm talking about, because some of this stuff goes into really huge detail on how things are breaking down, and there's a lot more medical terms and things, and I don't know half the time how to pronounce them. So Anyway, I'll keep those links below so you can, read more about it. And also, if I do put like recipes or anything, that'll always be in that description box also. And first and foremost, I am a total pro advocate for you to find that doctor in menopause so she can, or you too, maybe it's not a she, maybe it's a man, I'm not sure. But as long as it's that menopause doctor, and that link will be below, in Menopause Society, that you go and have that one-on-one consultation and get your body going back towards like comfort and not in this fight or flight mode all the time because of the loss of your estrogen. Now, that's what these videos are about. I'm trying to help you. I want you to then help yourself because it's so important. I want you to live the best life for the rest of your life so you can enjoy it. With that being said, ladies, I love you and big hugs. And I want you to have a fabulous day wherever you are in this world. And with that being said, I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Love you, girls. Bye-bye.